Hi Taurus, it's Maggie the Irish Gypsy here to bring you your September 2019 general reading. We are looking at the first half of the month from September 1st through September 15th. Welcome to everyone here, welcome to any newcomers, and welcome back followers and subscribers. This is for the Earth sign of Taurus for the first half of September, and this is for Taurus Sun, Taurus Rising, Taurus Moon, if your Venus is in Taurus, or if you are cross-watching, say that 5 times fast, cross-watching for a Taurus. But as many of you know, general readings always resonate a little differently for everybody who's watching, so try and watch all of your signs if you can for additional clarification. So thanks to everybody for taking the time to tune in today, for your support, feedback, comments, and all your likes and shares and subscribes. And a big thank you to all of my clients out there for continuing to keep me so busy, and for so many of you returning time and time again. Always an honor and a pleasure. And if any of you are interested in scheduling a personal reading with me, you can click on the description link below. For more info and contact details, you can email me directly at maggie1mcguire@gmail.com. I would be delighted to work with you. I can usually respond to initial inquiries within the same day or the first 24 hours. And the actual scheduling of the reading is done in a pretty timely fashion too. I'm pretty blessed to be able to do readings full time, 6 days a week. It's all that I do, sometimes more. So I'm pretty diligent at working with both your schedules and mine to get you readings set up as quickly as we can. So email me if you're interested and we'll go from there. All right, Taurus, let's see what the first half of September shows us for you. Okay, Taurus, we begin with the Page of Cups, followed by the Knight of Wands. We have the Eight of Pentacles, followed by the Hierophant. And from the bottom of the deck, overall energy is the Ten of Wands. So Taurus, I feel like many of you are feeling kind of tired. Your overall energy is the Ten of Wands, which represents carrying a heavy burden, and probably have been for quite some time. I always feel like this Ten of Wands, well, it did start off with one wand, became 2 wands, became 4, became 5, became 8, now it's 10. Wands is fire energy, and that's the element which governs the suit of wands. And the energy of this suit is often forward-moving, action-oriented energy, creating, building. It's the energy, it's the catalytic energy for change, but it always implies action and forward movement. And I think that you've been carrying something for quite some time. It could be an actual cross you've had to bear. It could be something you've been working at for quite some time. But it's time for it to end. Tens represent cycles ending or cycle completion, so it's time for this to end. It could even be winding down. Now, we have the Page of Cups and the Knight of Wands. So the Page of Cups, pages can represent young people or children. It might represent a young person in your life. They can represent messages or messengers, the very beginnings of, messages, little messages. And romance, it could represent flirting, little text messages, little email messages, little phone messages. Cups is water energy, which is emotion, so it could be someone, reaching out to you to see if you like them or letting you know that they like you. It can represent somebody coming in to maybe offer an apology or see if you're open to an apology of some kind. Perhaps the person with this Page of Cups energy is part of the reason why you're feeling so burdened. It could be a young person or a child or someone that's dependent on you, and therein lies the energy of the Ten of Wands too, of having to, maybe care for this person or provide for this person as well. Now the Page of Cups is clarified by the Knight of Wands, which is very fast-moving, powerful energy. Knights usually represent missions, quests, something to be delivered, to be brought. And the speed at which situations moves, because it's the Knight of Wands, he's the fastest of all four of the Knights. He's very aggressive, charges forward, very action-oriented, doesn't always pay attention to where he's going. Pages and Knights often don't, because they're still in that in the process of maturing and evolving and growing and learning. So it looks like somebody is coming in very quickly to either, some of you, this may be an apology for maybe the weight that you've been feeling or the burden they feel they've been causing you. Because I feel like someone is rushing in. This could be you too, for some of you. Someone is rushing in to something or someone or a situation, saying, offering something. Now, whether that's an offer of support or love or an apology, you know, I'm going to do better, I'm going to work hard, I'm going to commit myself and dedicate myself. It could be, for some of you, a young person that you've been supporting for a long time, or somebody that's been acting very immaturely and irresponsibly, and you've been supporting them or cleaning up their messes for quite some time, which is maybe why you feel burdened and overwhelmed. And it's kind of like, here you're getting the messages that I'm going to come in, I'm going to do this, I'm going to work hard, I'm going to, you know, and I'm sorry, and I'm going to do better, etc. And you're just feeling kind of done, tired, over it. Regardless of what this is, because I feel this is someone you have a relationship with. And by relationship, it could be a parental relationship, it could be a friend, it could be a partner, boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, spouse. It could be you, although the Page of Cups and the Knight of Wands energy isn't a natural attribute of Taurus, which is a pretty grounded earth sign. So I feel like this is somebody else. Now we have the Eight of Pentacles and the Hierophant. The Eight of Pentacles is the card about working, putting the effort and work that you put into something. Pentacles is earth energy, and it's all about the structure of our life, the work we put into it, the things that make us feel stable and secure in our day-to-day life. Could be money, finances, property, real estate, assets, or the efforts we put into areas of our life to make us feel stable, even in relationship. This is a card of working a lot, perhaps working overtime, getting up early, staying up late, putting a tremendous amount of effort into building up something. Some of you maybe some of you may have been working a lot lately, and that's what has you feeling tired. It could be at an actual job, but it looks like you've been putting in a lot of effort into something. Could be your 9-to-5 job, a business, a relationship, a project of some kind. It represents the level of investment and effort you're putting into something. Now it's clarified by the Hierophant, which is a card of convention, tradition, things which make us feel stable and secure and safe because we're under a large umbrella that includes a lot of other people. The conventional path, walking the conventional path, doing things a certain way because the large conventional body of people do that. You know, like in relationships, it can represent dating, meeting the parents, getting engaged, getting married, moving in together, you know, all of that kind of stuff. It can represent organized religions, corporations, large institutions. The Hierophant represents being under an umbrella that covers a lot of people doing basically the same thing in the same way. It's a card that can represent belonging, making a commitment that represents a deeper level of commitment, responsibility, maturity, etc. Taken on their own, the Eight of Pentacles and the Hierophant represents somebody who's putting a lot of work into building up their stability, maybe working in a large company or corporation. Some of you, this might be that what's leaving you feeling tired, worn out, exhausted, is that, you know, you're working very hard in a job or a big corporation where maybe you feel like you're just one small cog and that it doesn't really matter if you're there or not. I mean, you know, it's a general reading. It's the details and specifics are going to resonate vastly, or at least somewhat, for everybody who's watching. But the energy always remains the same. It looks like you've been working very hard, putting a lot of effort into the stability and security of something because that's what you feel you're meant to do in this situation. I feel like somebody's coming in quite quickly. They may be coming in to offer to take off the load for you, to maybe apologize for being part of the burden. I feel like they're rushing in very quickly, but I don't get a feeling of long-term sincerity or stability from this energy of the Page of Cups and the Knight of Wands, whoever it is. It kind of feels like the challenge for you, or the temptation for you, Taurus, is that you're feeling tired. You want to drop whatever this burden is. You've just been putting a lot of effort into it. Whether it's a young person or someone that's dependent on you, or a job or something. Somebody's rushing in and saying either I'm sorry, I'm going to do better, I'm going to work hard. Or somebody coming to offer to take the load off you somehow. But I'm not. The challenge with the Pages and the Knights is that they're still, I mean, we're all always in the evolving, maturing, growing, learning process. But the Page and the Knight are in pretty much the early stages of it. And I feel like whatever stability or help that is coming in quite quickly, you may be tempted to take it because you're feeling tired, worn out, and overwhelmed. But I don't feel like this is something you can rely on their carry-through ability for the long term. So be careful with that. If you're the one considering an offer to maybe move to another job or get involved in something different and leave what you're currently involved in, because of the promise of something new and you're just tired of what you're doing. Again, I mean, there's not a clear yes or a clear no here, but I'm feeling a bit of caution at how fast this is happening, whatever this somebody is offering to you, offering stability or offering to share in that, or even offering an apology and making a promise that they're going to contribute what you want them to contribute, or put in the effort that you want them to put in, regardless of the relationship. So let's pull some advice. Oops. Well, you had two just jump right out here. Judgment and the Seven of Swords. Yeah, so Judgment represents an opportunity. Judgment represents a pretty significant opportunity. The opportunity, it usually shows up when there's a choice to be made. Judgment represents that to be judged means that you're responsible for your actions. You're going to be accountable or answerable for your own actions. Not what you think, want, hope for, or wish for, or what the other person said or did, but what you choose to do. Judgment represents an opportunity to make a choice or choose a path that might be different from what you've done before, but it's going to set the stage for something for quite some time to come. Judgment is usually not reversible, meaning that whatever this opportunity is, it's not going to come up again, or at least not for a long time. So whatever you choose to do with this situation is going to be your reality, the reality that you're writing. It's going to be your reality for quite some time to come, both in the message that you give to other people through your decisions and actions, and the message you give yourself through your own decisions and actions. It's going to be whatever you choose to do here, you're going to have to live with it for some time, because judgment is not reversible, rarely. And we have the Seven of Swords too. The Seven of Swords, sometimes called the sneaky card, something being undercover, can represent deception or lies, sometimes theft. Something being presented in one way, but the reality of it is actually something different. Can also represent just keeping things to yourself, keeping things undercover for a while in order to achieve a goal. It can represent somebody who's being sneaky and deceptive in order to accomplish a goal of theirs as well. This might be the case for this Page of Cups and Knight of Wands energy, this person kind of rushing in to offer something or promise something. If the Seven of Swords energy is for them, it represents that they have ulterior motives, and they're not showing as being very mature or responsible. So caution here, that's what I'm getting. Because it's a general reading and what it is going to vary, the advice is to be careful. And to remember that whatever you choose is going to be what you're going to have to live with within this situation for quite some time. So evaluate carefully. Don't rush into anything. Don't take this up too quickly because you're feeling tired or overwhelmed or exhausted. Take some time to maybe step back and take a look at what this really is, and if you really think that it has the ability to play out what they're promising and they will do, or that it will be in the future. Yeah, interesting reading. So Taurus, that is your reading for the first half of September. I hope that you found it helpful. If this reading resonated for you, or if any of the readings resonate for you, and you'd like to take a deeper look at something and schedule a reading with me, click on the description link below for more info and contact details. Email me directly at maggie1mcguire@gmail.com. I'd be most happy to work with you. I do love and romance readings, relationship compatibility, career, work and finance, investment, gift readings, 6 and 12-month overviews, and a variety of other things as well. So for those of you who are interested, I look forward to hearing from you. I'll see you all again, Taurus, in a couple of weeks for the September 2019 mid-month readings. Until then, as always, I wish you much joy, blessings, peace, and happiness in your life, and I hope you come back here again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.